Hi everyone, this is Rob Roy of Elliott Wave Options, and welcome to this trade review of a recently closed trade ID number 228 on LOGI, which is Logitech. It was a long call, so just straight calls in our impulse or directional strategy, which generated better than a 50% return for our subscribers in just 6 days. The entry, as you can see, was sent out on July 7th. So here's a look at the chart that we were looking at. And the chart's going to be interesting as far as the entry because it also had something to do with the chosen exit. So looking at the chart, we were in a wave 3 to the upside without a zigzag or really much of a corrective move. Looking at the DMI, it was on its second run. It had moved to the upside, come back down a little bit with the ADX, bending back up. Still decent separation between the positive and directional or positive and negative directional indicators. And then looking at the volume, we had just a consistent better than average amount of volume as the stock was ticking up. Typically, that's a sign of accumulation. And what that means is that the big boys are buying the stock and they don't do it just in big spurts because that sends off all kinds of alerts that people have looking for volume spikes, etc. So they just slowly tend to buy in. So those were the particulars for the entry with the price target just above 70. And then the exit alert was sent out on the 13th of July. And here's the chart on the 13th. So as you can see, there was a reversal. Now we closed it intraday before we closed on the low that day. And you look and you can see that there was above average volume bar, and we're just talking about accumulation, but I watch a 3-minute chart throughout the day. So even though we trade based off of, for the majority of the time, end of day data, looking at live charts, the 3-minute bar version throughout the day, and on this day, the 13th, every single time the stock ticked to the upside, there was a big volume bar of selling. So every time it would tick up, somebody would sell. So one of those big players that had been accumulating the shares was getting out. Now that doesn't necessarily mean the move's over just because one of the big boys is getting out, but it could mean the start of a potential correction. So with that in mind, we're over 50% gain in a very short period of time. It was our trigger to go ahead and take the profit for our subscribers. Hope you found that informative. Be back to talk to you again next time. Take care, everybody. If you like these recordings, I'd like to invite you to join our new Trade Finder Live, where each and every week we do a live webinar where we talk about the market, but we also go a little more in depth into the technical analysis system that we utilize to forecast where the market's likely going to go, and also to identify trading opportunities. Get your free subscription today. Take care, everybody.